welcome. This is a beginner hustle basic. We're going to get some movement here, covering your basics, throw out, rotating basic, and the underarm turn. So let's just cover the basics right now. The hustle is kind of a smooth dance. It's kind of like swing patterns, but smoother. So I want to cover the footwork so it's not a bouncy looking. Sometimes we tend to be a little bouncy in the hustle. I want you to think of it as if you're balancing a book on your head, you want to keep it and one, very smooth above, and one when I'm stepping, okay, and one. So the basic, I'm going to do a little profile, and then I'll do a back-to-back. Starting out, leaders, stepping with the left foot, followers will be with the right foot. I'm going to step, and I want to think of stepping and 1, 2, 3, and 1. So the basic in place, just doing a and 1, 2, 3. So when I step back on and, I want to put the ball of my foot and just put weight on it and take weight back off of it so that I don't go down at all. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I'm going from here, the basics, I'm going to step back and I'm also going to step to the side. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Or I can go from here. And 1, 2. So I'm a little bit of push off, but notice my body's not going over. There's my foot steps and comes right back. I'll push off with the ball of my foot, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. So if I kind of show you here, if I'm in a closed position, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. If I go from this angle, I'm going to send her out here, a side step, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Same thing for the ladies. When you're stepping in your basic hustle step, think of it as a step and 1. A lot of times you'll see a little styling action, they'll step and forward, but it's kind of like I'm splitting my weight. If you watch my head, it doesn't go anywhere. I'm taking 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, so I'm splitting the weight, so I can kind of go and forward. Sometimes it's actually moving a little bit forward as I go and 1. A lot of times there's a lot of body shaping. And 1, and out, 2, 3. So that's some things you can work on later down the road when you get more comfortable. The intermediate and advanced is styling. Okay, but for now, think of the footwork and 1. Keep your body in one place and 1. Use the ball of the foot. Careful your body doesn't go back on and. All right. So what I want to do is now, from a closed position, I'm going to send her out. So if I have a basic, and I want to send her out here, I'm going to go and 1 just by turning my body, leaders. So if I'm going here and 1, I'm going to turn my torso, and that's where I want to send her with my body. So wherever she goes, if I have a spotlight on my chest, I want to keep that spotlight on her. When she comes back in, keep it on her. She's going to go back out, follow her with that spotlight. So for instance, if I start here, I won't really have a spotlight on her, but when she passes me from here, and 1, I'll follow her right there. She comes back in, 2, 3. So I'm going to follow her in and back out. Okay? So let me go from this angle here. So the basic step, I'm just going to step and 1, 2, 3, step down, together, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's our basic throw out and bring her back in. The next one is just a rotating basic. So rotating basic, I want you to think of that if there was a slot here, basically what I would be doing is I'll be stepping across it. And 1, cross the street, and 1, step over the rail. Or if there's a rail on the ground, I'm going to step over to the other side. And 1, step over, face that wall. And 1, step over, face that wall, 180. So if I'm here, she's going to be going up and down the slot. I'm going to be stepping over the rail, so she's going up and down the rail here. And 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1. Step across. Now when I step across, I'm kind of stepping through her here. So when she crosses, remember I got the spotlight on her, and 1, I'm following her. My step's not going to be very big, okay, but it's going right between her. Step across, and 1. Step right through her. So follow her. I'm going to follow her as she goes. Okay, so that's your rotating basic. The other one is just an outside turn. It's like the throw out, but as soon as I throw her out from here, I'll show you. And 1, 2, 3, and 1. Raise the hand, send her out, bring her back in. Okay, so this angle, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Send her out, still spotlight, and 1, 2, 3, and in, okay? So it's just as simple of raising the hand, guide her out, get back in the slot, spotlight her, bring her back in. Now as far as lead and connection in this one, just to kind of cover a little bit on that, I can actually dance in place. I'll go from here. If I bring her here, I can actually lead with this hand, keep the connection, and out, and in, around, back in, I pull it in. So I'm kind of guiding her with that frame. For the ladies, your arms, you can kind of be from here, right out to there. From here, we move as one. So again, I follow her in, follow her out, through. Okay, so there is a little bit of your beginner basics in hustle. Practice that. Comfortable with it? Come join us for the intermediate part 1 of hustle. Thank you.